dedicate my seminar. I knew from the day that I decided to run for District Governor of 8S that I wanted to dedicate my leadership seminar to my dad. Looking back through all of the great lions that I ever met throughout my life, how was there anybody else that I could pick?
Little did I know that I would wind up dedicating my seminar to his memory instead of to him personally. I was always a daddy's little girl. My dad always served as an inspiration to me throughout my entire life. As children, he always encouraged my brother and I to strive for excellence in everything we did, from schoolwork to extracurricular activities. He participated in everything we did, from sports to scouting. I can remember many times going camping with the Girl Scouts. My dad and one of the other fathers used to come and try to scare us by scratching on the outside of the tents. He was the troop leader for my brother when he was in the Cub Scouts. He came whenever he could to cheer us on at baseball and softball games. He served on the PTA board for many years of our schooling. Even though he did all of this, he still found time for the Lions. He was very active within the club and in the district. He served as a trustee to the I Foundation board for many, many years. He was involved with the Lions Camp board. As my brother and I grew older, he continued to guide us through life, offering advice on college, jobs, and life in general. He was always there for us. My dad had quit college many years ago when my mother had found out she was pregnant with me to go to work full time. I knew that deep down inside, he always wished to finish and get that degree. He made the decision to attend classes at the University of Phoenix. He completed his wish, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in business management. He developed diabetes at the age of 30, fighting this disease for many years. In May of 2000, he was told that he would have to be put on dialysis because of the diabetes that affected his kidneys so much. He had to decide how he was going to continue to lead as normal a life as possible while doing the dialysis to keep him going. Somehow he managed to continue working and serving Lions while going through dialysis. He lost his wife and my mother, Sandra, in June of 2000. What would have knocked most people down couldn't stop him. In December of 2001, he and his doctor discussed putting him on the transplant list for a kidney. We decided to go ahead and do this. December 18th at 9 a.m., his name was placed on the list to receive a kidney. On December 19th, just 27 hours later, we received the absolute best gift we could have ever gotten. He received that phone call that so many people wait years to hear. Mr. Foray, we have a kidney for you. It's a perfect match.
And we need to get you to the hospital right away. We were all eternally grateful to the anonymous donor that was so graciously made that important decision to donate his organs. His strength began to improve as his new kidney took over. At this point, he felt like a new man. In 2005, at the beginning of the year, his job was temporarily assigned to Cleveland, Ohio. He lived there for 6 months, finally returning in July of 2005. Nanny, you okay?
Yes, I am.
At this point, he began his term as Vice District Governor. Staying strong as a friend and advisor throughout Hurricane Katrina and its aftermath, he made it to his term as governor when he took the office in Boston in July of 2006. He was strongly dedicated to this community and wanted to help in any way that he could in the rebuilding process. He became an instrumental part of the grant writing efforts for the Hurricane Katrina Relief Committee. In 2009, when I made the decision to run for district governor, I sat down with him and discussed my decision. He offered me invaluable advice and support on what steps I needed to take to achieve my goal. I asked him to serve as my seminar general chair, knowing that his knowledge, experience, and loving support could only lead to a fantastic event for all. It was then that I decided that my seminar would be dedicated to him. On April 1st, 2011, he went to sleep for the last time. Saying farewell to him was the hardest thing I've ever done. Also, a lot of us. But I know that he is still with me and my brother. I can hear his voice in the back of my mind, guiding me through the things. I was lucky to have him as my father and my mentor. Once my father passed away, I was left with a difficult decision of finding a new seminar chair. The first person that came to my mind was past council chair Bob Williams. He had been like a second father figure to me for many years. I can remember him always being there at Lion functions. He was an inspiration to me throughout his service to Lionism, serving Lions in so many different capacities. Club officer, zone chair, cabinet secretary, district governor in 92-93, council secretary in 2007-8, interim council chair in 2008, and council chair in 2009. It was difficult to find someone else with his leadership and knowledge to help bring this seminar to fruition. I asked him to serve as my seminar chair, and without hesitation, he said yes. I knew that with him in charge, he could make my seminar exactly what I wanted it to be. Little did I know that before my dad passed away, my dad had discussed some of his ideas with him for the seminar. Break time. I found this out recently, that many of the changes we incorporated into this year's program were ideas from my dad. I found this, okay, Mr. Bob, thought it important to see to it that these changes were included in my dad's honor, for which I am eternally grateful. Offering love, support, and advice to me throughout this process, I know that I drove him nuts at times with what can be my incessant questions to make sure that things were done right. It only felt right that as I dedicated this seminar to my dad, I should also dedicate it to Lion Bob Williams for everything that he has done, not only for me personally, but for Lionism as a whole. Lion Bob, on behalf of Cherie, she wants to thank you from the bottom of her heart for everything you've done for her, our district, and multiple districts as well. With this, we dedicate to you and your best friend, Lion Brian. Lion Bob, could you come to the podium, please? You gonna take me down there? Okay.
To get into the photo. Go around in between.
It's right.
It was her.
I greatly appreciate you.
Presented to Bob Williams, PCC, in appreciation for your dedication, spirit, and support of Lionism. District 8S Leadership Development Seminar, Melissa Cherie Foray, District Governor. I do have to say that Bob and Lion Brian were very, very close, as most of you know. So, to me, it was like losing one of my hands. So, as you know, I travel with Cherie. Cherie is one of my daughters. I'm here to take care of her and to make sure that everything goes right and that she's never alone. What I can't do, Nanny can do. So, and Sean, you know how I feel about you. Even though, you know, you're with my son, but that's beside the point. So, we will continue. Mark, I don't know if you can follow that,
Want to go sit? Go ahead.
you know.
Am I
We'll
in
let
his
you
chair?
try.
Am I in his chair? Okay.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break so everybody can wipe their
Compose
eyes and do
themselves.
whatever they need to do. Thank you so much for being here, and we appreciate all your support, and I know you're going to give us the support that we need all year long, and we thank y'all for that. Thank you.